How's it going?
One of them especially.
What do you mean?
Been through enough in your kind of.
It's okay, baby, don't cry.
It's happy. It's okay.
I want to.
Keep your chin.
Don't cry. It's okay.
Oh, it's happy tears, sweetheart. It's happy tears. I know I did that. So was
You
your
make her
mama.
very small, my baby.
Your mama's a good person for you. I love you.
It's all good. That's all. Yeah, it's all good. Happy to help. Happy to help. Happy to help. You're welcome. You're welcome. And if you have any problems, I'm a phone call away. And that's it. We appreciate you. He's a good man.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, he
Happy to
is.
help.
Him and Patrice will become my best friends.
Sure.
They've done so much, and you too. Yes. The Lord has blessed me in so many ways the last few months. I want to keep surrounding myself with good people, and I think that will make all the difference for me.
Absolutely. Well, there's definitely a lot of good people in there.
I'm starting to meet them.
Right. Right.
Come here,
You
baby.
want to see my car?
Yep.
Come get
I'm
me.
going to go get you some paperwork ready and you
I can get in with you.
take it down the road.
Oh, I love it.
I imagine you probably weren't expecting camera people here, were you?
No,
Sorry.
I didn't realize that's what y'all were here for.
I was going to say sorry about that.
Oh no, that's all right. It gives me opportunity to thank Garrett and Patrice for all they've done for me. They've become such good friends. I called him to tell him who I was and to thank him for what he'd done. And it just became, they're like best friends. They're there for me every day. They're constantly calling and texting me just to make sure everything's okay. And do I need anything?
Are you okay? How are you
I'm
doing?
doing great. I'm doing wonderful.
I mean, can you believe that all of this has happened? And
No. I've got, next week will be 7 months that I've been clean. First time in about 2 decades that I've gone 7 months clean. And my life it's like it's not even the same life. I never thought I'd be able to come back from where I was at, to being this happy, to being able to see a future.
do you see a future?
I do, absolutely.
Now you're sitting in this car. I mean,
I
the grace
know.
of God, I feel, you cannot believe that after all that has happened, it was Garrett, the one to help you there, and it's a stranger.
I was bitter at him for a long time after that incident, and I did some time in jail, and it gave me a lot of time to think about things, and I didn't owe the man anything except a thanks. And first thing I did when I got out of jail was call him. I had to go to the internet to find out who it was. I didn't even know who it was, but I found him through Facebook, and
You recognized his face with me.
yeah, I did. I did. And
Yeah,
it's just
she
become
saw me
the
in
best
pictures.
friendship I've
She
had in
thought
such a
I
long
was
time. I'm
younger.
so blessed.
She thought
This is just the beginning of I mean,
I
this is
know.
going to be a very long friendship. Like, you know, you can tell.
I believe so, yes. For them to invite me into their home when actually, aside from him saving me a year and a half ago on that bridge, today's the first time we've met.
That must be
For them,
we saw the video. A lot of emotions out there.
yeah, for them to trust me and invite me into their home means the world to me. A lot of people consider drug addicts high risk, you know, to trust them again, recovering addicts. And I completely understand that. But it means the world to me that so many people are trusting me, and I'm not going to let anyone down.
Tell sitting in that car. I mean, that is just, gosh, how does that feel? He told me it was you really needed this car to kind of also, in a way, help you get back on your feet as well.
Yeah, it gives me independence that I haven't had for such a very long time. I hadn't considered the possibility of even owning something nice. I just wanted something that ran, would get me from A to B. And I asked him for help in finding me one, and he called and told me he found a car that I might be interested in, and would I want to go take a look at it? I'm so glad I said yes, I want to go look at it. I love it. I absolutely love it.
A lot of emotions.
So that's what you thought you were just coming to look at a car? You
Yeah.
didn't know you were
Yeah.
actually going to drive away with a car?
No, absolutely not. I was hoping that when I got my Social Security check, between that and my stimulus check, it would be enough to pay for a car that ran, that I wouldn't have to put too much money in. And that was my only criteria.
Mm-hmm.
Good motor and a good transmission, and I didn't care about anything else.
We all know what happened on that day a year and a half ago. Can you talk about what was going through your mind? How you got to that point?
I was in a bad marriage, and we were both using drugs pretty excessively, and I'm sure that was a big contributing factor to the problems we were having. But it was nothing that happened overnight, you know, it was years of progression, downhill. That day I had quickly left the home because things were getting heated, and I got just a little ways down the road, and I stopped and thought, I don't have anywhere to go. And I don't remember my thought processes, but I must have decided that I didn't have anywhere to go and I didn't have any way out. Which, had I not been on drugs at the time, I'm sure I never would have considered that a viable option. But it ended up being what happened. And I'm so grateful he was driving down the road that day. I was already over the railing, and from what I understand, had a belt around my neck when he stopped. So his timing was ideal.
And now that's been a year and a half, and you didn't really speak to him or have any conversation with him at that point, I imagine.
September, we started, when I got hold of him through Messenger, we started texting back and forth, and he said, just, you need anything at all, you need someone to talk to, someone to dump on, he said, you get hold of me. And we'd never even spoke on the phone, just through text messaging.
So what did you guys do today?
Well, I had been in Fayetteville, just outside of Huntsville, Alabama. This is where I had been the last few months in a sober living facility, and they shut down. So he and Patrice came down and picked me up and brought me back here, and we went to the house a little bit, and they unloaded my things, and been playing with Bryn. We've been playing with unicorns, having a good time.
Yeah.
So where do you go from here?
I am going to a sober living facility in Knoxville called Never Alone.
Yeah.
It sounds like a really wonderful place, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
that's amazing. That
This
really
is a pretty
is.
good looking car.
Yes, it is. I'm so very happy. I'm still in shock.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I thought we were looking at a car. I didn't realize I was going to be driving one away.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty awesome. Thanks. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I think God's got a big plan for all three of us
Can I
together
get your
somehow,
name?
some way.
Peggy
because
Parson, Parson.
Okay.
reached out to
Do you,
Garrett.
do you mind if I
he
ask how
would
old you
come
are?
home and he was
I
just
am
looking at me.
56.
He's like,
Okay.
"You'll never believe
And were you from Hawkins County originally?
I've been
it."
here
Sounds so familiar. And then I looked it
since,
up on Facebook. And I was
well, I've
like,
been here about 21 years.
"Oh,
Yeah,
he's so
okay.
familiar." I'm like, but then again, in
Well,
Rogersville, you've seen
Oh,
it.
So are
just
you,
everyone.
you and your husband
100%.
apart
Yeah.
now?
So I,
He's
I kinda
actually
put
in
it
jail
on
now.
mine,
Oh.
and then she was
So,
telling him that she
yes,
found
we're
out.
going to stay apart.
And it was, like,
That's
cleaning up
too much has happened that I think we're just toxic for each other, and
Yeah.
I don't think it. I know it wouldn't be good for me, and I don't think it'd probably be a good idea for him either if
And
we
as
were
soon as he told me that,
to try and
the
reconcile.
light bulb. I said he could just see
Well, what was
it
the
in my eyes.
what was going through your
She's
mind when
my
you
therapist.
were walking up to this car?
My kids
And
were
and what did he
little,
say to you?
He said, "Well, come take a look at this car."
So I was like,
I said,
oh
"Well, I
my
can't
God,
afford
do
that
I-
car."
Do I say
He said, "Well, just take a
something?
look at it and see
I
if
don't
you like
want to
it."
put her on the spot.
I said, "Yeah, I love it, but I can't afford
gotta
this
say
car."
something. I was
Yeah.
like, Peggy, I
He
knew
said,
it looked familiar.
It doesn't matter. It's yours.
Wow.
Uh,
Were you
I'm
waiting for
still
him to
numb.
say April Fools or?
I was kind of waiting for a little bit of a catch.
My
It's
Yeah.
last name was
like
then, and she's like,
maybe he was going to cover the down payment or something, but
how do I remember you? And
I surely never expected this, not in a million years.
Yeah.
This is
yeah, it's like, there's too many
this
things
is more than I
like
could have
that
ever
that-
hoped
Well,
for.
you cannot
God's working on something, I'm
move
sure.
on to the next level if you have to walk everywhere. That's for sure. You gotta have a ride.
She thought it was 6.
And even
Yeah.
more than the transportation, like I said,
You look 12.
24 at least.
Yeah, 24 is
it
good.
makes me feel like if I want to pursue working or I want to pursue anything that I want to pursue,
Yeah.
I now have transportation, so I have the option
Yeah.
of doing those things. Where without a ride, you don't have many
No.
options.
Absolutely not.
She's been so excited to see me.
Absolutely.
Out in a shoot.
And I love to tell her. I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely ecstatic.
Love you, Peggy.
What happened to Garrett?
I love you too, sweetie.
He's
He's inside.
He's hiding because he's trying not.
Oh no, we're talking to Garrett. I'm setting up to talk to him as soon as
Right.
we're done too. So
give me a sec.
you're crazy. Absolutely. I will wait for you, sweetie.
So happy for you.
So even a smaller world, she was telling me you were her therapist?
I was case manager at Frontier Health
Case manager.
in Rogersville.
Wow. Okay, so even a smaller world.
So you see, I fell even further than what you might have thought because I was involved in helping the people.
What
I
a,
feel like I turned into one of my
Okay, guys,
really
there
needy
you go.
clients. And I knew better. I knew better from the beginning, and you can't make rational decisions when you're on drugs like that.
yeah.
But it's happened, and I'm going to do my very best to find the good in it and use those experiences to be able to help other people better than what I did when I was just, case manager without having experience in addictions.
Wow. And 7 months you said now, right? You're 7 months sober?
Yes,
Wow. That's
the
fantastic.
28th will be 7 months.
That's great.
I've seen a lot of people in my life, they've fought and overcome stuff, but
Mhm.
she's just shown a lot of strength and heart. And she's even been enough of an inspiration to me to make me want to do more.
I ask you, tell me, how did you hatch this plan? This was,
Well,
you totally got her by surprise.
yeah. Well, she got in touch with me a couple of months back, and we'd been talking back and forth over text, and she pretty much told me about everything that had been going on, and I think she had been kind of overcoming her struggle, and then it just kind of come down to the point where I found out she didn't have a vehicle, so she was just trying to get work, and I think just one thing led to another, and I knew Mr. Legg, he's a great guy, and so I was talking to him one day when I was over here, and just through the conversation with him, he was like, I think we got a vehicle that we might be able to work something out with, and so just through talking with him, we kind of worked that out. When I got a hold of her, I just had to figure a way to get her up here without, letting her know what was going on. But she had asked me about, she was trying to find a vehicle and just asked, was asking my opinion and everything. And I was like, well, when we come up here, we'll bring you up here, we'll take a look around, we'll drive around a few blocks. And just kind of see what
So
happens.
I noticed when she got out of the car, she was looking at vehicles.
Right.
So you managed to keep your secret pretty good.
Yeah, which is crazy. You can ask my wife. I'm horrible at keeping.
You can't keep a secret for a surprise.
Were you about to explode?
Oh, I was. It was just really hard. Because I mean, she deserves it. She's had so much bad that it's time for her to get something good going for her.
Well, you guys haven't laid eyes on each other since that day.
No. That was when we went down and picked her up last night. That was the first time we had seen each other since the day on the bridge.
Tell me about that reunion.
Mommy has it.
Honestly, it was just I don't even know the right words for it. Emotional, to say the least. To see her in good health, and to see that she's moving around. That's just something that I've ever since that day, that I think me and my wife both have prayed just so much that she was okay, and that God would look after her. And now looking at her,
You always thought about that day.
Yeah, that she had honestly never really left our thoughts, and it was just, I think it was just something about her, when she was talking on the bridge and just the things she was saying. I just knew that, man, this is somebody that's gone through more than they should have to, and it broke my heart. And I think that's what really impacted me most. And then of course, once she reached out to me and found me, and then learning more about her actual story, and it just drove it home even more. And of course with her, where she worked prior to, find out that a couple years before that, she was actually my wife's therapist before I even met my wife. So it was just, I guess it was that whole everything coming full circle.
Maybe she was helping people, and now she needed help.
Yeah, I think that was. I think that was a lot of it. I know she helped my wife through some really rough times, and then no doubt, just getting to know who she is. She's probably done a lot for a lot of people, and just kind of felt like it's time somebody, kind of looked out for her.
Everybody needs a little help sometime.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
I think so. I think that, especially with everything that's going on today, I think everybody should take a little time out of their day to at least do something nice.
Wow, this is.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think that this is. I would credit Mr. Lake probably more than anything. I mean, he was pretty instrumental. He's a great guy. I mean, this wouldn't have been possible without him. And so, I mean, I owe him a debt of gratitude. He's amazing. He's an amazing guy.
Let me ask you, this friendship is definitely not over, right? I mean, do you plan on keeping in touch?
Oh no, I think it's safe to say she's pretty much a part of the family now. She's an adopted part of the family. So long as she'll have us around, we're here to, we'd love to have her in our life. She's an amazing person, and like I said, truthfully, I find her an inspiration, to overcome what she has and to deal with what she has. There's just not a lot of people that have managed that, And I think that with what she has accomplished, I know there's a lot of people out there that are fighting similar issues.
Mom's this week.
Hopefully, maybe her story will give them a little bit of hope that you can get through it. You just gotta want it and gotta fight for it.
I'm gonna stand right back here. If that's all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, that's good.
Everybody come out where we can see your faces a little bit. Are you getting a ride in the new car too? That's cool. You're on the maiden voyage also.
Let's go tear up the town, Lord.